Hey, welcome. I'm back and we are working in Chapter 7, working with type. And I'm going to get you started on the one exercise that's due in this week, and then I will have you finish it up on your own. All right, so we should have 7L1 open. Make sure that our workspace is set to Essentials, which it is. Choose View, Fit All in Window, which I believe I've already done. Open the Layers panel, which is, if you're looking at the icons, it's this little icon here. Be sure the text on a path layer is highlighted. So we want to make sure that this text on a path layer is highlighted, which mine is. Notice all the other layers are locked. Mine aren't. Indicated by the lock icon to the left of the layer name, so you cannot accidentally select or place them in those layers. So maybe what they want us to do is lock them, so I will do that. And you can as well if yours weren't locked. I'm going to move this up just a little bit and make sure I've got them all, which I do. Alrighty. We're going to create some type on a path that looks like that shown in figure 7-33. We're going to use the zoom tool to zoom in on the tulip logo in the upper left-hand corner of the document. Move this over here. Get the Z or the zoom tool, and we're going to zoom into this. Now we're going to get the ellipse tool in the tools panel. We're going to click once over the icon, over the logo, to open the ellipse tool options. We're going to select or type 2.5 inches for width, and we're going to type 1.6 inches for height, and then we're going to click OK. And you'll see that an ellipse is created. We're going to choose none for the fill color. And then we are going to get the selection tool, and we're going to click drag, and we're going to position it over here so that it is fits over the tulip logo. And if you want to position it so that it's a little bit more exactly in the correct position, you can use your arrow keys to do that as well. Now we're going to cut the ellipse shape into two sections, a top section to create one line of curve type and a bottom section for the other line of curve type. So first the ellipse has to be selected, and then we're going to get the scissors panel, or the scissors tool, which is, I believe, underneath the eraser. There, C for scissors. And then we're going to place the cursor over the anchor point on the left and right side of the ellipse shape and click to cut the path. So first I'm going to go to the right because that's the one that's most visible. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing on this anchor point. And you'll see that that is now cut in half. Now we're going to go to Window, and we're going to go down to Character, which is under Type, and we're going to open the Character panel. For font type and style, we're going to choose Arial Black. And then we're going to choose 19 points for the size. Type it in if it's not in the drop-down list. And then again, it indicates if Arial Black is not available on your system, you can use another font such as Helvetica or Verdana. Again, that's a sans serif type and quite bold that you're looking for. All right, now we're ready to type some text on the defined paths. We're going to select the type on a path tool. Holy moly, I just want to get rid of this. There. Type on a path tool. And then we're going to click on the top line segment of the ellipse. And that now cuts that segment into a text path, or converts that segment into a text path. You'll see the blinking cursor on the path line, which you do. Now we're going to type in all caps, Tulip Hill Cafe. In the control panel, we're going to click on the Align Center icon next to the word paragraph. Align the center. We're going to adjust the alignment of the text just slightly. We're going to get the selection tool in the toolbox. And we're going to select the type path. And then we're going to click and drag the middle bracket to the right or left until it's centered along the path. I'm going to try and get these out of our way, so fine. And then we're going to center this here. And you see you can click and drag to get that better centered. You want to center the text line on the path, which is just off just a slight little bit. And then use the control panel to set the fill to white and the stroke to none. So we're going to go up here to the control panel. We want the type fill to be white, and we want no stroke. And I'm going to move that. Now that I see that in white, I can see that I need to center that a little bit more. So I'm going to bump that down a little bit. And then we're going to go to type on a path. I should have this selected probably still. I'm going to go to type on a path, and type options. And in the options box, we're going to choose preview to view the changes directly on the document. Plus, we can view the changes without having to accept them. And now you just want to take some time and explore some of the options that are available to you. 3D ribbon, for example. And I'll leave you to do that as well. But once you have explored all the options, you want to set the type to the following specifications. The effect needs to be rainbow. We want to align it to path. You're going to click this down facing arrow, and we want it to align to center. And then the spacing is 0. And then we're going to click OK. And then I'm going to move that up again to get it more in line with where it should be with my arrow key. All right, now again with the Type on a Path tool, we're going to select the lower segment of the ellipse that we cut in half. And if, like mine, it's difficult to see, what I'm going to do is go under View and go to Outline. And I'm going to click here, which looks like that's the second half of that shape. Which it is. And then we're going to type in Syracuse along that path, all caps. We're going to adjust the text alignment, position, and color of this lower segment the same way we did with the top segment. And we want to refer back to 733 to get an idea as to what that's supposed to look like. All right, now I'm going to select this with the selection tool. And I'm going to click and drag this back so that I can more easily see and center Syracuse. And you'll see obviously that it's, we need to do something with it because we can't read it upside down. So we are going to go up to type, type on a path options, preview it. We're going to flip it. We're going to center align it. And we're going to set the spacing to 0. And then we're going to click OK. And that looks pretty good. Then we're going to go back up to the control bar. We're going to change that color to white. Make sure that there's no stroke. And then deselect it. And I'll be back in just a moment to demonstrate just a little bit more of this exercise, and then we'll move on.